In fact, another great moment in my career was I was working for Global. It is one of my only good Global stories. Come back to where we were though. I was working for Global, and I'm in a bar in Atlanta, Magruder's, which is one of my favorite hangouts, rock and roll club. They've since closed down. I see Michael Hayes. I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking Michael Hayes, my fucking hero, you know? And I'm like, man, and I'm talking to my roommate Juan. I go, man, I don't want to be a mark. And just walk over and go, hey, I'm a big fan of yours, kind of blow you, know what I mean? But I don't want to not meet him, you know what I mean? It's like Michael Hayes. And while I'm debating whether to go over there and be a mark, some girl comes up to me and goes, excuse me, my husband would like to meet you, Michael Hayes. She brings me over, she goes, so he wanted to meet me. And so we're talking, and he's put me over or whatever. And I said, man, it's really a pleasure to meet you. And she's like, oh, I know, this is the guy you make me watch every day on Global. I was like, wow, like he watches me, like makes his wife watch me on Global. I mean, that was like the greatest thing ever, you know what I mean? Fucking made my year. But well, Michael Hayes was my hero, that's what I wanted to be, fucking, and Gordy was phenomenal. And I knew I was gonna work him. I was sitting in the corner like I always do before my match. And me and Lori, Sandman's wife, were out there, and then something fucked up. So now I'm out there for like 20 minutes, I think, or something, like, because I can't go back to the locker room, and for some reason now they got something fucked up somewhere. That was the match, wasn't it, Gabe?
I forget.
It was either that or Dr. Death, but I think that was the one. I'm out there for like 20 minutes, whatever, fucking thumb on my ass, you know. But so finally, it's ready for fucking Gordy to come out. They hit fucking Freebird, fucking goosebumps fucking everywhere. I mean, I just couldn't fucking, it was like, wow. And he came out, fucking, and he had the hood on, and the people like heard Freebird, like, nah. And like, because I guess Gordy had muscle the States in a long time.
Yeah.
And fucking, and people like, because I'm directly out, where I sit in the corner was directly opposite the entranceway. So you'd see like a couple, as Terry's first couple people stood up, then the next, then the next, then the next, then the next. So as he's coming up, the people are standing like a dominoes, except they're standing up instead of going down. And the whole place is standing, and man, I just got fucking goosebumps. It was so cool. And then to have that kind of match, like, and you know, one of the best matches of my career, an off the charts match with him, just, it's fucking heaven, you know? Yeah. You live for moments like that.
Yeah. Were there any other, like, really fun DCW memories that pop into mind of that first run?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, my God. Double dog collar. Fucking, set the spot where I get super bombed through a table. Right? I'm going to kick out, though. And Anthony the Pitbull fucked me like a motherfucker there. Like, I'm letting him kick out of my finish, you know. It's a double dog collar match. It's 2 out of 3 falls. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, there was also what was so great about it was the culmination of a lot of fucking angles. Like, 911 had been trying to choke slam Bill Alfonso for like a year, you know what I mean? And Fonzie had so much heat, blood out whistle, and his faces were all red. It's fucking hilarious. And 911 was one of the most over characters Paul ever created. So the first time they ever got choke slam was in that match. The Dudleys were involved, Big Dick, choke slam Dreamer. So much fucking shit happened. There was a culmination of a lot of storylines. I mean, it was an unbelievable match, but I don't know if it holds up when you watch it again. But if you're watching all the stories that led up to it, it would, you know, because that's what really makes a match, is the stories. But set up a spot where I'm getting super bombed to a table, and Anthony didn't want me kicking out of that because he thought it would make it look bad, even though fucking the way the match was designed, everybody was going to look like Superman at one point or another, you know what I mean? And I wasn't like Superman, I was just barely going to flop an arm up and, you know, be dead for a while. And because he didn't want me to, instead of putting me through the table, he bounced me off the table, like. So I came flying in, like, if you turn the camera this way. So I come, so he's got me, I'm sitting on the top, you know, he's on the second rope, sitting on the top rope, me up on his shoulder, he stands up to here, jumps, here's the table, instead of putting me through it, because the table actually kind of breaks your fall, into the table like that with the back of my neck. And the boys just thought I was dead. And I didn't know he did it intentionally at the time. Piece of shit. And, you know, it's just stupid bullshit, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, me kicking out of that's gonna make any difference than me bouncing off and kicking out of it, you know? I ended up looking stronger because when I bounced off it, the boys were like, oh my God, he's fucking dead. And I'm laying there and he crawls over to cover me. 1, 2, and I kick out and the boys like, he's all right. He kicked out, he's okay. And the boys knew I was fine. And it actually didn't even really hurt that much. But he could have killed me. I mean, he could have decapitated me. I think you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, it was brutal.
What was like your favorite moment out of the whole Dreamer feud? Like, did you think like, well, it was
I like when Francine put fluff, when Stevie and Francine put fluff with each other. No, that wasn't my favorite. Remember she came out with the fluff? She goes, come on, Stevie, you remember when we used to put fluff on each other's bellies? And she pulled some fluff out and wiped it on Stevie's belly or some shit like that. It's fucking... I remember one of my favorite moments was fucking... there was so much good stuff. One of my favorite moments was... It might have been on that same promo. It might have been a week later. But, the Raven character is getting upset that Stevie Richards has a girlfriend. Because Francine's into Stevie, so she's even wearing the shorts like Stevie too, you know what I mean? And like, because the Raven character, in many ways, was a pretty cool character. Even though he was really fucked up in the head, he always went forward. He was a tough motherfucker. He said what he wanted to say, you know what I mean? He was a prick, but he's kind of a cool prick. So you have to make sure that you show your ass, because otherwise people are going to start cheering you, which is bad for business, bad for your baby face. It's bullshit, you know what I mean? It's just ego. So I was like, so I got to show my ass. What better way to show your ass than to tell your sidekick that he's got to choose between you and his girlfriend? I mean, like, how stupid is that? Like he can't have a girlfriend because I'm jealous, you know what I mean? I mean, Raven won't say he's jealous, but of course he's jealous because he's like, all right, he goes, you got to get rid of the Francine. Me or Francine, right? And so Stevie's like, and he starts to ball up his fist and the place just erupted. I couldn't believe Stevie's finally going to stand up to me. And Stevie looks at me and super kicked Francine. Super kicked his own girlfriend and stayed with me. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Any other favorite ECW moments while we wrap up this part of it?
Yeah,
Sandman feud, any like top favorite right off the top of your head?
this is when the first time Tyler came out and said, Daddy, you're a drunk, I'm with Raven. You know, I got barbed wire wrapped around my hair, but my hair is so big bee's nest, so it's tangled, it's sticking out. I'm trying to keep it poking me in the eye, and Lori's holding on to me from behind, and Tyler's in front going, yeah, cute little kid. And what else? I remember one of my favorite spots, fucking that Sandman and Mikey did, that Sandman came up with in his sleep. Like, he actually woke up in the middle of the night to think of a spot where he slips, falls off the top rope, bumps into the ladder, which pops up, and Mikey knocks it back down, hits Sandman in the face, and he flies out into the crowd. The ladder flies out there, too. And Sandman's like, it was so great, because he comes in, he goes, I was sound asleep, I woke up, lowered it down, went back to sleep.
Yeah, it seems like talking just throughout so far, it's like your favorite times in wrestling was that ECW run or the Portland run.
Yeah.
Which one did you like better, ECW or Portland?
ECW. ECW was it. I mean, ECW was the pinnacle. It was, you know, it was the greatest, because we weren't just, because with Portland, I was learning, I was a part of the show, but here we were creating something that was going to be that was going to last, you know what I mean? Even if people don't remember ECW, every time they watch WWF Attitude, WWE Attitude, that's ECW, you know what I mean? It was so much more than what it was, you know what I mean? It was so much bigger than the microcosm that it was.
All right, that concludes the ECW part of the Raven Shoot interview.
There will definitely be another part.
So then we'll come back to part 2 and from the second half of my career.
Yep.
Tremendous.